All right, it is the morning of the 11th of March. This is a 9 player. I've got a 27 player on the way. It's been kind of a weird day schedule wise. Yeah, I don't think I got it in time. Sorry, guys. I was trying. I was like, it was coming. I couldn't. I had to organize my smartphone and a sneeze at the same time. I don't think it worked. I think you got a large segment of that. I took, let's see, last night I might have played 4 tournaments and I placed in a second place for like 370, so I made my buy-in with $1 or something. I took first place in two 9 player tournaments, but I think I deleted the footage. It just wasn't, I mean, it wasn't anything notable. Oh, in fact, no, that's not what it was. I wasn't on camera. I was just recording the screen at one point, but I think it was just on the $2 table, which was only 370, so I didn't preserve it. I wasn't actually filming myself. I wasn't recording like I am right now. I was just recording the screen. Got the sniffles. Deeply appreciative to all the clients and students I work with, and I made a mistake recently where I tried to schedule somebody and just I completely screwed up, guys. Like I'm 44 years old and I just completely screwed up. It's totally my fault. And I had to tell the client, listen, I'm really sorry. It was completely my fault. I'll give you a discount when you come in. I completely botched the schedule. I'm gonna have to work with you another time. And I felt so bad for having somebody drive over and then basically refusing to see them because I just wasn't in a state to be able to work on them. The studio wasn't ready, all that good stuff. So it was an interesting moment because I was brought back almost to like high school, like doing something wrong as a kid. And it's like, you made a mistake. You apologize for the mistake. You're trying to make amends for the mistake and reschedule them. If they even said, if this is the worst thing that happens today, it's fine. And it's like, yeah, it's just some stuff like that happens. Even I make errors. Sorry I kept you guys on hold. I was busy looking at something on Facebook. What are you doing, camera? Stop that. Is it refocusing? Look, it's like it's okay at the moment. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? How did it... I'm sitting right here and I don't know how I didn't recognize that there was another hand going. Apparently I need to pay more attention. Can make all sorts of assumptions about what would have happened had I played this, but I guess it doesn't really much matter. Hmm. Oof. We took it. I can't say it was beautiful, but here we go. Here's the other 27 player tournament. Let me see if I can get this set up. And whoop. There we go. Most of my video as it goes live on YouTube, there's a link to Lex Veldhuis down below, his social media and website. I really wanted to express appreciation for Lex's tutorials because they have helped me with my play. Even the ugly thing I did with those pair of nines, I have a hard time with loose aggressive play, and Lex's tutorials have really helped me narrow down post flop play, playing in position, and playing a little more loose aggressive. Some of the hands where I win the most are just trash that hits because I take a little risk. And the tag play I was doing was just getting me destroyed at the tables. And I think that's a even bigger facet of playing online. I think people are more loose, especially these very small stakes tables. You know, when you see Lex playing for thousands and thousands of dollars, that's a very different scenario than the other night I lost to a guy. It was, you know, I was really getting frustrated. He was betting 80% of his hands, and it's like, I had to remind myself, it's a dollar table. He can afford to lose $1. Bet every hand. Like, you ran into a guy who's more aggressive than you are. Now, how do you adapt to him at the table? And that's where things change. And those problems are going to happen at even higher stakes when there's more money involved. The rubber meets the road from actual practice, working on people and solving those problems in real time at a table, online or in person. So thank you, Lex, if I didn't express that well. I'm going to call. He may have an 8. And he did not. See what I mean? It's like I could have, oh, well, I don't think I got it. It's like, you probably got an 8. And he could, but he did not in that case. Risk to reward assessment. So you know, the hand that I missed on this table, the pair of kings, was because there was video of some snake in Thailand that looks like it has hair. It had like crazy flowing hair off of it as it's swimming around in the water, and they're thinking it's a new species. And I'm like, I have never seen anything look like that. I don't know what's going on. Don't know if it's a snake that just has like moss attached to it that's growing off of it, or what. It was weird. Bet. Uh-oh. That's not even, I mean, that's a really small bet. I'm gonna bet that higher, raise it. I was concerned they might be trying to pull on like a diamond flush. And with, you know, 3 10s, I was pretty confident I was ahead. I didn't want them to draw out on. That is quite the healthy raise. The blinds are so small. You know, somebody bet 3 times the big blind. Somebody raises it to that point. I mean, this could be complete trash, but I think it's better for me to get out of the way. Yeah. I mean, that hand was basically saying I have queens or higher. That was a hefty bet. I've been doing much better betting weak aces, especially in position. I've been stealing a lot of blinds or hitting really good hands with it. And, you know, taking on reasonable risk. The blinds aren't very big yet, but it becomes extremely lucrative later on. Even my $2 table last night where I think I won 370, didn't even get to fifth place. I think I went on seventh. Some of it was because 2 or 3 hands in a row. This is when I started recording, but I deleted the recording. I just went on a tear. 3 hands in a row, all in, all in, all in. It made a huge difference because I was able to take down blinds where it's like, it's almost 1,000 chips every time. And I still went out because the blinds are so big, but don't particularly like that. I assume he doesn't have the flush. The aces, they just folded to me at the other table. Come on now. Stop it. Bet. There. I realized the other night I got very frustrated at that guy who bet 80% of his hands. And on a good night, I am that. Maybe not as loose as he was, but it's like on a good night, it's like I bet they fold, do it again. And I keep ratcheting it up to the point where it causes some problems for the other players. It's all within reason. I talk about that statistical analysis and then what's going on at the table. Okay, this is interesting. I think I'm going to go ahead and call here. I'm not sure what's going on, but I do have AK. And did not work out. I'm back. I folded my 10s at the other table. I didn't want to do that, by the way. It sucks to go out on a $2 table that way, but, in retrospect, the ace-ace makes more sense, but I had ace-king offsuit. Yeah, jacks. Just had a better hand. And those 2 9-player tables for $450 a piece, and $370 from another. It recoups all my losses. I can't fold every AK that I pick up. I'm just going to make this a standard bet. I don't know what that 2 times the big blind is, but that's probably a sign of weakness in my experience. And it would be miraculous if I could win my way back, but I'm really, really short. The amount that I'd have to double up is pretty preposterous. I have 1 big blind. 1. We get 1 shot. The challenge is, do I want to believe it every time? Hindsight, always 2020. I hadn't seen anything from those players to make me think they were just, betting with whatever, but there hadn't been enough time at the table, loose aggression, for me to think, oh, he just got a pair of sixes. This is probably about as good as it's going to get. I'm going to go ahead and put it in. We only had one more hand after that. Not that I'm scaring anybody at this table. I will fold and get out of your way. Come on, let's everybody get involved and let me win it so I can get some chips and then double up 2 or 3 times so I can continue playing. If I bust out of this 27 player, I'm gonna open up another 9. Oof. Okay, let's see what I can find for another 9 player. There we go. Number 6 is loose and I'm in position. Some fold equity likely from number 5. If they get involved, then I'm a little more cautious. They do fold. All right. Now does he think I have it? Can't assume they're betting on the flush. They do draw it sometimes, but can't assume that. And these little 9-player tournaments, 50% of my winnings probably comes from these. It becomes a math game after a while. Are you testing your skill or are you trying to make money? I don't want to call a jam with king jack offsuit, but if I have to. Camera, why are you doing that? Let's adjust something here. First, we'll go that way. Then we're going to change that just a little bit. How's that? You going to keep doing that to me? So I make a standard bet. I think it's better to go ahead and just flat here and see what the flop is. Nice. Now there's a frustration for you. There's a little risk assessment. It sucks when I'm on the losing end of that, by the way, but it sure was fun to crack somebody with it. Now, granted, He was ahead pre-flop. He could have jammed all in. Would I have let it go? Likely. But you let me see a cheap flop, I catch anything. Okay, what do I think you have? I still got an ace. I'm not betting on another two, but I hit anything on the board at that point. It's also, again, it's just $1. Like, I can afford to lose $1. Let's take a risk. Now we're in the king queen in this position is kind of weird. I'm gonna just check here and hopefully draw something. That's a little more what I was concerned about. If he bets out, like, do I think I'm ahead? I'm assuming he's not just slow playing, but he could have any pair. Yeah. And the thing is, what does my betting with my king queen do unless he thinks I've hit something and he's gonna fold? Having king queen and betting a board with two aces on it isn't my idea of fun. Here's the other 9-player here in a second. Let me organize this. It's not letting me take my seat. I don't know what's going on. We'll get there in a minute. I don't want to get distracted when I'm at the money here. Oh. Bovada's software occasionally can feel kind of glitchy to me. There we go. And let's see here. Load it up and let's see. There we go. Fold. And we'll go back over here. And this is a non-aggression pact. Fold. Resize the. I'm going to bet here. I don't want to run into massive aggression, but I think that's strong enough for a bet at least. Fold. I've become much more aggressive with middle and small pairs. I play them, I would say, sometimes cautiously, but I do feel more comfortable betting with them. When they hit, it's extremely lucrative. From this position, I mean, what does it look like? If I had ace jack, I'm going to bet. Didn't hit anything. And I could still be ahead on this. But flush, no, not worth it. He could have a 5. Doesn't matter. Blinds are still small. No reason to get into crazy aggression. If he puts it in, let's do it. There we go. And I got a healthy lead on that guy. Hold, no flush. There we go. Nice. 450. A lot of draws. Only 35 chips. Lessens it really only the flush. Like if a 7 fell, do I think I'm ahead? If a 4 had hit, it's like an open-ended straight draw. That's more kind of what I was hoping for. A bunch of outs. I'm hoping it checks it down and a club falls. Did not hit. Fold. Run away. Fold. I am, in fact, back. Yep. And that one, you know, 450 win basically wins back the money I lost from the $2 table. And, that's the thing. It's a grind, man. Grinding it out on your leather ass. Everybody wants the fun, it's like everybody wants the World Series of poker, but can you slowly work at it? When I go play here in person eventually here in Austin, what's going to happen? Dude, I'm going to get run over. There's going to be guys who can pick up tails and other stuff that I'm not familiar, like, gotta learn. One way, I don't know what I want right here. Better cards would be nice. I'm gonna check here if they'll let me. Man, 120, I just don't know. Go away. Who's got the 9? Not at all. Did they even have anything? Did they have just like a goddamned air ball? Oh no, they had a queen. Okay, ace queen. That's what it was. Would my have 2 pair have taken it? And that would have been correct, sir. Holy moly, good lord. All right, well, that didn't work out. I'm gonna flat here in position. I don't love this. Give me 2 10s. 110? Who got jack and 8? You bet. Pre-flop. You got jacks or higher? Is your bet going to say jacks or higher? I'm going to call it. No jacks, no higher. Oh, 9s. Ouch. Ouch. No, all those happen. You guys have a good one. I'm going to get some food.